Welcome everybody to our BNI Talks webinar. My name is Steve Tenuzo, your host, and today I've got Andrew Peterson of Wicked Modern Websites, and he is more than I've discovered a web guy. He really is a digital marketing expert, and we met Andrew when we were starting a chapter a while back, and I thought, well, this guy seems like he's pretty competent. He knows what he's doing. So that was a good addition to the group. But then we connected on LinkedIn, and I started seeing your own personal marketing stuff for your business. And I was really blown away by the videos that you were creating. And you were using, of course, YouTube Shorts for all of this stuff. And that's how we kind of started getting to this conversation, why this would be such a great idea to present to everybody today. So with that, why don't we turn it over to you and introduce yourself and then tell us about YouTube Shorts.
Well, thank you so much for this kind words, Steve. I really appreciate it. And as so many of the BNI Nation know, you are so essential to getting me involved in this great group. And I'm really thankful to BNI and everyone who's here today. Thanks so much for checking out this absolutely essential talk on YouTube Shorts. How to promote your business. This is a major and massive growth area for all of us in the BNI world going forward. So, and the reason why, just to get that, is because it is owned by YouTube, and thus YouTube Shorts and YouTube channel are the only video forms, even above TikTok and Instagram Reels, that are going to get indexed in the actual search engine ranking results. That means that these are the only videos that matter for SEO, that big, scary three-letter acronym. And like we said, you said, Steve, I am Andrew Peterson of Wicked Modern Websites, and we are more than just a boutique web design agency. We are a full-service social media marketing and Google advertising agency. Our clients receive a tremendous return on investment, and our goal, the goal of our YouTube channel, is to educate everyone how to do the things that we do so they can go and do it on their own and receive these benefits and just share the love all around. So be sure to check out our YouTube channel and contact us at any time if you're ready to. So let's start with that first poll that we've got here. I know we've got a couple of questions worked out. Steve, why don't you run that poll for us?
All right. There you go. Have you ever created a video to promote your business? Very curious about this.
Do you think they're already involved, or are they, or
you know,
maybe kick them over the edge?
You know, if you're like me, you've done some videos here and there, but have you done a full commitment to regularly creating videos and posting on a YouTube channel or some other social media platform? We'll see about that.
Yeah, fear gets in the way, but
it is. I mean, I think people look at, how much time does it take and all that, and I think what people are starting to realize is you don't need big formal production values, although it's a little bit of pizzazz, helps a little bit.
A little bit of pizzazz goes a long way, and we got 10 great tips coming up to help you just really connect.
All right, look at these results here. So 45% have created video. That's great. The other almost 43% says not yet, has no, I'm sorry, they say no. And then 12% say not yet, but soon. So I like that attitude.
We got a mix. We got some experienced video content creators and some folks who are ready to get in the game. Well, we love to hear that.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
All right. So we are living in a new world, in a new paradigm, right? Since the pandemic, everything has changed. And there are now two types of people in the world, okay? Creators and everyone else, right? But the good news for everyone here is that you're part of BNI, and BNI has been training you to be a content creator every single week in your chapter meeting, either 30 or 60 seconds at the time. So if you're a BNI member, you've already started to practice this. We just got to put these tips into action and you're going to start profiting, right? Look, the reason why content creators and creators are separate from everyone else is because they can connect with an audience in a way that brings marketing value that's above and beyond and greater than thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of Google ads, Facebook ads, print marketing, all this stuff, right? You could spend thousands of dollars, and people come to me all the time, say, hey, I'm spending $1,000 a month on Google ads, 2,000, 5,000, and I'm not getting anything out of it, right? So we know that as valuable as Google ads are, there's a high degree of difficulty and you're still doing interruption-based marketing. When you're a content creator, you're connecting with people in a way that is far above and beyond simple display advertisements could ever do.
Agreed.
And this is right. Here it is. BNI is training you to do this. If you signed up for BNI, you signed up for an organization that teaches you public speaking and teaches you to hone your 30 to 60 second elevator pitch on a weekly basis. It teaches you to take the best part of your business, the most interesting parts of your business, and create content out of that. So why not put it on video? So I always like to talk, here's a moment where I always like to talk about one of my favorite comedians, Jerry Seinfeld. And famously, in one of his openings, he said that he talks about how the biggest fear of the public is public speaking, right? So if you're at a funeral, you're better off in the box than you are giving the eulogy, right? So this is a perfect illustration of how public speaking and showing your face on video can immediately launch you from being just part of the pack in your industry to being the upper echelon of most recognized people in your industry in the top 2 to 3% right away. It's a tremendous change.
Mhm.
And it's a tremendous advantage. And we have BNI to thank for that. And you guys have already, in the audience, already been working on this stuff. So you already, I know you all already have content that's ready to go. It's just up here, right? So
Yeah, that's a really great way of looking at it. We go to a meeting every single week and come up with something to talk about. So why not put it on video?
right. Everyone, just take the best things that you say in your sales presentations, in your meetings, and that's the foundation of your content. What makes you great is what we're trying to bring here. Okay. Now, why is video so important? Okay. One of the reasons is that search engine decay is real. Okay. You may have heard of this term. You may not have heard of this term, but you'll probably start to notice that the results at the top of the Google listings at the search engine aren't as good as they used to be 10 years ago. And there's a reason for that. You know what it is? It's
Competition, diversity of what people are looking for.
Those are all parts of the reason. But the real reason is because guys like me who run marketing agencies have become so good at the game of creating this content that goes along with Google's algorithm that the top rankings are more like what Google wants to see, and sometimes they can be not as helpful to the actual end user, right? And as a result, people are doing more and more of their searching in other places. People are searching on social, right? People are searching on places like Discord and Reddit for the real nitty gritty information that they need. But more than that, people are searching for video because we don't want to spend time reading a whole wall of text. We want to hear from the experts and we want to have them show us how to do the job. Just imagine, Steve, that you need to replace your toilet, okay? Are you going to read a long post on how to unscrew it, insert a wax ring, and configure the assembly? Or are you going to go to YouTube and find a plumber to explain to you how to do the job with video examples and trust an expert?
Right. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we're not using our big computer screens anymore. Everything is on your phone. So it's much easier to just look up something and watch a video on your phone.
Much, much easier, right? Okay, so video marketing is everything, right? And that's the growth area for your business, for all businesses. It's only going to continue to accelerate in this direction for quite some time, for the foreseeable future, at least. And as a result of that, there is a war going on between these three companies, right? Got a little ahead of myself, but the most important search engine here, it's not YouTube. It's not Google.
Right.
It's actually YouTube. This is where people go for the highest level. They might find things on Google, but when they really want the information from an expert, they're going to go to YouTube. So that's where you need to be to position yourself as an expert in your industry and thus raise your prices. Okay. So YouTube is owned by Google, right? Thus, only YouTube Shorts and your other YouTube videos will actually appear on the Google search rankings. That means it's SEO value that you can't get from posting on TikTok and Instagram Reels, which have great value. But if search engine optimization is something that you care about, and you should be focusing on creating content for your YouTube channel, because again, people want to see a video. If we create a video on a topic and a new video is likely going to pop up #1 for that topic if you do it at all well, and people on the search engine are going to go, I don't want to read this blog post, they'll go right to your video. So that is huge. So is it time for another poll yet, Steve? Do you think now's a good time for another poll?
Yeah, we could definitely do another poll.
Let's do it.
All right, poll number 2 is, where do you spend the most time watching video? For those of you driving around, the choices are TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and cable or traditional TV.
Yeah, and this is a great question, because I read in the media a lot now that TikTok isn't really competing with other social media so much as it's competing with Netflix.
Yeah, I can see that.
The amount of time people spend on there, it's really taken over. Multiple short form videos have sort of taken the place of episodic 20 to 30 minute television shows in a way that I know I didn't really envision it many years ago, and I don't think anybody did.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But, I get how, you get a really great reach with TikTok and Instagram Reels, but it's different if you're searching for something specific, through Google. Obviously, what's going to pop up are these YouTube videos first, or maybe only. And Google is really the place that people are going to, make their buying decisions over these other platforms. Right. So YouTube is still #1 for video for this crowd, a little more than half, and followed by regular TV, and then TikTok, and then Instagram.
Look at that. YouTube is now, according to this poll, more than twice as popular as cable and traditional TV.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And I always thought it was wild when kids, they said, oh, we want to be YouTubers, right? But the reality is that YouTube is now what TV and movies were when we were all growing up, right? In the 80s or 90s or 70s or 60s, whatever that may be. That was our only platform. And really now YouTube has overtaken traditional broadcast media.
Right. And Lucas mentions in the chat that people use the search engine within TikTok or within Instagram to find things as well. So I guess it depends on where you are, but in terms of just doing a regular search on Google, definitely makes sense to look at YouTube.
Yeah, and people definitely are out there searching for and researching products within the search functionality built into TikTok and Instagram. But when we talk about SEO as an overarching term, that means search engine optimization. That typically means Google, and those are the only ones that Google itself indexes, because, like we're going to talk about right now, there is a short form video war going on. And the three major players are TikTok, They're the brand name. They have that industry lead. They got out there first. They've got all the swag about them. And then the next player we're talking about, Instagram Reels, which are owned by Facebook or Meta, whatever we want to call them today. So that's Facebook's entry into this short form video war. And then YouTube Shorts, which is Google, right? So TikTok, Facebook, and Google are in a battle right now for the supremacy of the video viewing public in the future.
And you see it, by the way, when you see how Instagram is always trying to catch up to TikTok. Every time they roll out something new, it's on Instagram that like the next day, because they're really just trying to compete directly with them.
Right. These platforms, that's what they care about. That's what Facebook cares about. That's what YouTube cares about. These are the only ones, because they know eventually three are going to enter, but eventually only one will walk away alive.
Yeah.
Right. And you probably noticed that the organic reach on your Facebook business posts, on your typical Instagram post, is squeezed to gain reach with these platforms that are already established. So the benefit to us content creators is that these guys are all fighting. So they're not going to squeeze down any of that organic reach. If you create good content that the audience wants to see, you will receive massive organic reach that you don't have to pay and boost and pay display advertising costs on. And so everyone needs to get involved in this as fast as possible to take advantage of all this free reach and take advantage of the fight going on between all these companies. Right?
Absolutely.
So here's our future outlook. I've said it already, but I'll say it again. Since Google is under such clear and present threat from TikTok and Facebook for the soul of the video content consuming public, we can reasonably predict they will continue to expand the organic reach of YouTube Shorts, not only within the YouTube search, but also in the wider search engine results. And this is crucial for your business in every way. So here we're gonna begin with the tips, okay? But before that tip, step one is research, okay? This should be your first step, not only in content creation, but in creating your business model. We need to do market research. Companies that do market research are going to be far ahead of those companies who don't. One reason my company started to be so successful is because I started to interview all of my competition. I started to create detailed research on all of the products and services that they provide. And I figured out exactly how my services fit into the market, how I'm priced competitively, above, below. Am I providing the services that my competitors are? Yada, yada, right? Same thing goes for making video content or content of any kind, right? So we're going to research first. Say you run a hair salon and your topic is how to braid your hair, right? You want to go and you want to search YouTube and find out what the other videos that rank highly for that search term are. So the goal is to create content that's going to be shown next to those other massively viral and popular big YouTubers, right? But we're going to create content that's like that, but is better in one specific way. And that can be, there are many different ways that it can be better. Some examples are, it could be funnier, right? Obviously, TikTok is huge, funny. Everyone wants to be entertained. When you cross over entertaining and educating, you're going to do well. Shorter, right? People's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter. So if you can explain something more clearly in a shorter time, you're going to be ahead. It's more useful, more adorable. Maybe you got adorable puppies or kittens or babies in it that can help you go viral, more clearly explained. And there's many other ways that you can make your content slightly better than the similar content you're trying to rank with. Look, so how to research, and I won't spend too much more time on this, but you want to do at least 2 to 3 searches, okay? Read what the titles are. Look at what the thumbnails are. watch the videos, check out what the intros to those videos are like. These are all crucial items that we need to address to truly research. Okay. So back to this point. Tip number 1 is have a catchy intro. Get to the point right away. Okay. Especially on these short form video platforms, right? People are going to make their decision whether or not they're going to stick around within the first 2.5, 3.5 seconds. Okay. You don't have much time. If you bore them right away, they're going to swipe out. So many websites out there have bounce rates of 100% because they just don't get to the point. Don't bury the lead. Get right to talking about what you're going to talk about. Number 1, intro is crucial. And this is one of the biggest points to take away. Number 2, use different angles. It creates motion and excitement, right? One of the biggest things I hear people say is, well, I sell, widgets, or I sell, something product that is unsexy and not awe-inspiring. And that's okay. Okay. People are still out there looking for answers about how to use your product, even if it doesn't seem exciting up front. But we want to make those videos seem as exciting as possible when the customers who are inevitably searching find it, right? So use different camera angles. It can save a boring product. It creates motion and excitement. This is all about being exciting and fun and quick, right? Right now, we're a little about halfway through. I just wanted to throw this out there. If you know that you already need more help and you're ready to go and this is getting you excited, I'm offering a limited amount of crush it calls is what we're calling it today. So you can get your questions answered from me personally, an expert, and we'll get you off on the right foot, creating your YouTube channel and creating your YouTube shorts. But make sure you book that right now because there's extremely limited availability, but I can't wait to meet many of you folks out there. Right. So check that out. Check out the website. All right. Number 3, keep the clips short. Okay. Play to people's attention spans. I've watched so many and interviewed so many content creators who make tremendous use of this. And you can see some of my videos on my YouTube channel where I interview other content creators, but attention spans are dramatically short. If you did 30 seconds and you kept that moving just like that from angle to angle, short clips, 1 second, it creates a sense of excitement and energy and action that is far above and beyond. And plus that also just reduces the amount of strain it puts on you to be truly compelling, right? Maybe you're like, well, my product is boring, but I'm not also great on camera. But using these tips, you can create a exciting, quick video that will go viral if you do it right. So let's see. I think we'll do one more tip, and then I know we got another poll, right? Coming up real soon.
We have one left, yes.
All right, good. Let's go to the next tip. And this is a great tip. It's absolutely crucial. Not only does it engage your audience, it also engages the algorithm on YouTube, and that is listen to the sound. Okay, it's not just video, it's the sound as well. Okay, sound effects, a little sizzling bacon if you're a food blogger, a little, the sound of if you're a musician, the sound of an orchestra hit. If you're whatever your industry is, there is a sound that goes along with it. And when you connect with people in more than just visually, also in an audio way, you're connecting with them on a greater and deeper level. But more than that, if you want your video to go viral, you must, absolutely must, choose a viral, trending song on YouTube Shorts. And this applies to TikTok and Instagram Reels. You got to take advantage of that algorithm. When you choose the most popular trending song, you're going to be listed with all of the other viral hits that are using that. And people are out there just searching for whatever tune it might be, whether it's Steve Lacy or it's Sway Lee or it's anything that's new and popular. Including that on your video is crucial to getting seen. And if you're going to talk over that video, what we recommend you do is you got to have it in there and just turn the volume down in the sound settings to about, I find about 10% is a good volume. And I'm always working on this. 10% is a good volume for me to still be able to speak, but also get a little bit of that sense of that song in the background.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in with there's a bunch of questions are in the chat, even though they should be in the Q&A section, but that's okay. People are asking about copyright protected songs. Do we have to worry about that? Or can you, what's the regulations around that?
Absolutely. Great question. Very important question. But the truth is that all these platforms, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikToks are going to provide you those songs that are, there's going to be a search function within each of these platforms that are going to allow you to choose the music that is most viral on those platforms right away. So you don't have to worry about any copyright issues at all. You just have to choose the song that's going to work for you. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this in a moment, but we like to create video on an agnostic platform and then import it into each of these platforms and choose the songs that are trending on that particular platform at that moment for best results.
Yeah, absolutely. From what I understand, these companies, these platforms are paying the record companies streaming prices, the way that you would stream something on Apple Music or Spotify.
Absolutely, 100%. And it's great business. It's great business for the record companies. I can't tell you, you probably already know, TikTok is probably one of the main ways that songs, even over radio airplay, a song going viral on TikTok is multi-million dollars to any record company or artist.
Absolutely.
So they're on board with that. Is it time for another poll? I think now is a great time for that.
All right. Final poll. What are your plans? Do you plan to create videos for your business? Yes, no, or maybe?
I think if you're not planning to create videos for your business or find some way, some person, some member of your team maybe who's going to get involved in this, you're doing yourself a massive disservice. You can absolutely separate yourself from everyone else in your industry by having a superior presence on all these video platforms. And now's the time to do that, because that advantage that you have by being here is going to grow more and more in the future. So I'm hoping 100% of people choose that they plan to create videos for their business.
Well, let's see what we've got. All right, we've got a big majority for sure.
There we go. There we go. Good. Get into the game, you guys. The best way to create content is to put it out there. And if it works, that's great. If it doesn't work, adjust. Don't be engaged by paralysis by analysis. If you spend all your time thinking about how it is or isn't perfect, you'll never get it out there. Get it out there, start practicing. That's a piece of advice. All right.
Yeah. Oh, and for those who are driving around and just listening in, 70% said yes, they plan to start doing videos. 5% said no, and 25% still on the fence trying to figure that out.
It's scary. I know it's scary, and it seems like a lot of effort, but if you use these tips, you can reduce the amount of effort. Setting up a standard operating procedure for every aspect of your business is crucial on business overall, but if you have a standard procedure that you can follow to create your own videos and content, that's crucial. It's going to reduce your time spent massively. And here's the tip, number 5, that plays right into that, okay? Use this puppy right here, okay? This is the platform for fastest development of TikToks, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. I know DSLR cameras are great. I don't want any photographers in the room to be too upset with me, but this allows you to do everything in one place. You can shoot it, shoot your video clip. You can edit it. You can go and find other images to include on your video to splice it up. And then you don't have to spend time sending large video files around, right? If you've got an old computer, your computer might not even be able to handle sending large video files around. Hopefully we've all got modern technology, but still it's a pain to send large video files around. Don't do it. You don't need to do it. You can do it all from your smartphone, and that's going to reduce your time greatly.
Nice.
All right. Tip number 6, get a stand with a light. I've got it here, right? It's got a clip for the phone to go on, okay? Part of creating these is having some basic knowledge of how to shoot video, some basic video production skills, photography skills. Doesn't have to be huge. And the greatest thing is that these are everywhere. You could get it at Walmart. You could get it off Amazon. 20 bucks, 15 bucks maybe. And the value it's going to provide to your content creation is massive. If you're in the dark and you look like Gollum and you're half shaded here and you got the sun streaming in between the light behind you, you're going to look blurry. And not only is this good for content creation, it's just good for your weekly BNI meetings. If you're on Zoom, I can tell the difference between people who are in the dark and people who are well lit, and that you look much more professional on your weekly BNI calls if you look good. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
All the information that we have here, all the slides are available as a guide on my website. So if you can't get it or you want to review these after it, check out this QR code. You can go right there to get all the files, remember it, use it to set up your own standard operating procedures for creating your content. I think it's a really valuable resource that I want everyone to check out. Get the guide. There's a blog post too. You can read all about it. I'm all about trying to share this with you. So I think it's really valuable, and I hope you'll take this with you and launch your YouTube channel to greater success. Here we go. Now, like we say, it's not just the fear of creating content, it's the concern about the time, right? And we're saving time by creating this on our phone. But if we go into YouTube Shorts and create a video and then do everything that all the options there, and then we do this in Instagram Reels and we do everything there, and then we go on TikTok and create the video again, that is a massive time spend and a massive time waste, okay? So what you want to do, what you really need to do if you're serious about this at all, excuse me, is get a dedicated app that's going to make it easier and simpler for you to create your videos one time in one place, and then export them in the exact aspect ratio that those platforms want. If you take a TikTok video and you put it on YouTube, YouTube is not going to boost it. It can read the metadata underneath. It understands that there are the TikTok images, and those videos are not going to be favored in the algorithm, okay? So much as it seems like we can sort of do it one place and then cheat it and repost it to other places, that is not the best way to do it. So I recommend Splice, okay? It is a tremendous app. This is the industry leading app to create videos on your phone. There's another one that I've checked out a little bit, and that's called Power Director. And Splice is going to have everything for you. Power Director sort of breaks it out in a freemium model, so you've got to pay additionally for each function. Splice, you're just paying one time, but to create any video off it, it's tremendously worth it. Or the other alternative for video production that we at our agency use all the time, and we use this more often to create longer form YouTube videos, is Canva, right? We've created this presentation in Canva. We create we create splash screens in Canva and edit our interviews with experts. And maybe we'll get lucky enough to have Steve on as an expert interview on our YouTube channel sometime.
Yeah.
I love that. That would be a real coup for us. The king of BNI himself. That would be great. But Canva is, if you prefer, you're more comfortable editing the stuff on your desktop, use Canva. Then you're going to be ready with Canva to create all kinds of posts for your business, not just a video, and you're going to be ready to go for my next BNI webinar talk about Canva for Business. So use the dedicated app. Tip number 8, use the fonts that are specific to those platforms, okay? If you've been through these platforms, you've been on YouTube Shorts, you've been on TikTok, been on Instagram, you notice that there are different and specific fonts that are used on each of these platforms, right? And the users are going to be much more comfortable seeing text that's presented the way it's presented to get across the rest of the platform, right? Furthermore, text is crucial. We want to communicate and connect with people in every way we can, right? So many times people are scrolling and the volume is down, right? Now, if you don't have any text, they're going to scroll right past your video without even thinking about what it is. If you've got the title, you've got some information about some valuable information proposed right on front, you're going to get clicked through. People are going to look at it. They understand it. They're going to understand it more easily. They're going to they'll be hungry for more. So text conveys vital information, even if the volume isn't up. All right. We got one more tip, number 10, but we got some bonus tips in here, okay? These are essential strategies, things you need to focus on for each YouTube video you create. Start with the idea. Is the idea good? And again, all these BNI people that we're talking to have been thinking every week about what ideas they should convey in their 30 to 60 second elevator pitch. So you know you've got good ideas, right? Do a little research about that, flesh out your idea a little bit. Nextly, and the thumbnail, okay? This is a crucial part that goes along. It's like the intro, it's like the title, the thumbnail is right there, and you're more able to do this on YouTube videos than you are on these short form platforms. But look at any major YouTuber's channel, and every single video is gonna have a custom thumbnail that is gonna show them or the product. It's gonna have some text, it's gonna indicate some action. Without a good thumbnail, you're going to have a much harder time going viral. So whenever you can, in all these platforms, have a thumbnail. Use Canva for creating your thumbnails. Back to Canva. We create all our thumbnails in Canva. It makes it so easy and so fast. And the third bonus tip is repost it, okay? Not everything goes viral the first time, okay? If you put it up and it doesn't work, don't be afraid to don't pull it down right away. Give it its chance. Give it room to breathe. It's going to take a couple hours for these things to get up into the stream and get boosted. But if it doesn't work, take it down. Okay. Adjust it a little bit. Review these tips. Think which one of these tips should I apply here to make this a little bit better, and then post it again a little later. Okay. I've posted many videos many times and taken them down. They didn't go viral in the middle of the day, but guess what? At 9 p.m. they got over 1,000 views, right? Within an hour. So don't be afraid to repost, okay? Don't think, oh, it didn't go viral this time, all my effort is wasted. That's not true. You're still creating great content that your personal audience, your business is gonna like, and you can just repurpose that. Try it again, you know? And tip number 10 is keep learning, okay? This is all we're talking about here is constantly ongoing and evolving. And the best way to learn about it and become good is to spend time on those platforms. Learn from other creators. Wherever possible, you want to engage with the big creators in that space and on that topic, not only by liking and subscribing, but by asking relevant questions or providing feedback and insight into the issue above and beyond what that creator has already provided. That's a sure way to start getting noticed by the big accounts on every platform.
All right, excellent.
And please, while I'm here, please head on over to our YouTube channel, check out our YouTube shorts, and please like and subscribe. That's going to make it a lot easier for us to grow our channel and to create more content for you and for everyone to learn how to grow your business.
That's fantastic. All right, well, since you're on this one, I'm going to just quickly say that Andrew's colleague and mine as well, Mike Savage, is back next week. No, I'm sorry, in 2 weeks on December 2nd. We're off next week for Thanksgiving. But we are doing a deep dive into goal setting for 2023. So make sure you register for that one. That was on yesterday's email as well. So please join us for that. But we are now going to go into Q&A. Andrew, do you have the slide that's got your contact info?
Yeah, we'll go back to the.
Why don't we go to that and then jump into Q&A, because we have more questions than we have time for, but we're going to try to do as many as we can. All right, here we go. First question. I'm unfamiliar with editing. What software is easy to learn and use? I think I know the answer to that.
Definitely, this is crucial. Obviously, we're all afraid of the tech hurdle of creating video, but I definitely recommend Splice to use on your phone. And that's tremendous because you can do everything in one place without worrying about sending any video files around. I also recommend Canva for when you are not only doing, longer form YouTube videos. You can certainly, and you know what? Canva has got all the templates just to create TikToks, YouTube shorts there, and you'll create a tremendously professional looking product from their templates as well in a short period of time.
Great. All right, when creating a YouTube channel, how important is polish in the shorts? Is good cell phone video and simple editing sufficient, or do you need something to look more studio produced?
I think, getting high-end microphones and that type of thing are for later down the road, okay? It was, I believe, Benjamin Franklin, or maybe it was Tom Brady, who said,
I get those two confused all the time.
Who said, well done is better than well said. And we also, another is, well done is better than well said. And, get it out there, okay? Being real and being vulnerable is what sells, okay? People come off as fake in marketing, but it's just really, it's not that they're fake, it's that they're afraid to show who they really are. So a little bit of not such a polished presentation is actually good. It makes you seem more real, more relatable, right? We don't want to be perfect. Get it out there, get your content out there, and then adjust it later. Your next one's going to be better. It's a process.
Yeah, I think this is one of those practice makes perfect things, just like in BNI. When you first started doing your weekly presentation, you're a little bumpy, and then suddenly after a while, you just kind of get into the flow of it. And I think the same will come with these as well.
Yes.
How do you make money on YouTube? Subscribers?
Great question here. Okay, so you do need to hit a critical mass of subscribers to get YouTube to pay you money for creating that. But I think people focus too much on that. If you have a representative YouTube channel, you're going to make more money at your business because people will perceive you as an expert. Okay, so YouTube doesn't pay me, but all my clients are willing to generally pay a higher price for my services because they see that I have a flourishing YouTube channel. They know my goal is to educate people, and that positions me as an expert. So while YouTube itself doesn't directly pay me, the increased revenue I've created since launching my YouTube channel is undeniable. And as a result, it's the primary marketing focus that I personally have. And I pass off the content creation of general Facebook and Instagram and traditional social media posts to my team. And I personally focus on creating video because that's the real growth area and it matters so much.
Right. Let's see. Can people click on Instagram Reels? I see I can only like them or add a heart or something.
Great question. And, every platform is different. And furthermore, like I said, it's a war going on. So Instagram is going to be continuously adjusting how Instagram Reels function. I'm not sure exactly what you mean about how can you click on it, but it's certainly not listed on Google search. And I think you generally swipe through them.
Yeah, I think it's more of like, clicking for a link like you can in a story. I don't know if on the video you can click through.
Yeah.
All right, this goes back to Jordan's asking about hiring a videographer and all that stuff. And we kind of just talked about it. But, I think it depends on the size of your company, your resources, your marketing budget. I would, like you said, Andrew, let's start small, figure it out, and then, improve from there. If you go from a nice homemade video to something really impressive, they're just going to think, wow, they're getting really good at this.
I think that's great advice, Steve. I think people want, the best way to approach it is to get involved, start building the skills of doing a little research, doing some basic content creation, and then don't put the cart before the horse. Get a high-end video production team afterwards, right? Start to grow your channel a little bit before you start to invest a tremendous amount of money is my rule of thumb.
Great. Kansas asks, do you suggest putting thumbnails on shorts?
We do put thumbnails on shorts. After we upload it, I will go in and I will create a thumbnail there in the back end. But YouTube doesn't, it doesn't function exactly the same way thumbnails function on longer full form YouTube videos, which you're gonna always see that. The thumbnail is only sometimes displayed in the YouTube short. I certainly would do it. And after I upload it, not only do I go in and create a specific thumbnail, I also write a description in there because YouTube's going to favor it more if there's description behind it. Like we always want to connect with people in multiple ways. For SEO value, if we have a web page, there should be text, but there should also be a video, right? And if you're talking about a YouTube video, you got the video there, but then you need to have the text description below because people are always going to think, oh, I want to read this, but I don't know, that's a little long. Okay, there's a video here. I'll stick around a little bit longer. Or I don't know if I want to watch this whole YouTube video, but I'd like to get the gist of it from reading the description below. So adding a description is absolutely crucial as well.
Yeah, no question about that. By the way, I work on a few different BNI YouTube channels, and one thing that was really convenient that I didn't even know is that all of your older videos that are under a minute are already pulled out into shorts. They're already there, which is great.
That's absolutely true. Total fact. And anybody, if I don't get around to answering your question, please email me info@Wicked Modern Websites, and I'll be happy to answer your questions directly if we don't get the time.
Yeah, we've only got about 7 minutes left, and we're going to have more questions. So let's jump into the next one. Lisa asks, how do you use hashtags properly on YouTube?
YouTube is not really a hashtag-based platform, and we don't really focus on hashtags on YouTube. It's like pretty much the only platform that it doesn't. But what is great about YouTube is that, again, like I said, YouTube videos, longer videos, are indexed by Google, and you're able to put your links in the descriptions of YouTube videos. So you're able to create valuable SEO-rich backlinks to your website, to your Google My Business profile, to your contact forms, to your big money pages in a way that you couldn't do otherwise. Like, for example, BNI, they'll give you a backlink, but you got to sign up for BNI and you got to go and fill out all your information. You get one valuable backlink. If you have a YouTube channel, you can create many valuable backlinks within the description there. Hashtags are really going to be crucial on TikTok and Instagram more than they are on YouTube Shorts.
Right. And for those who are wondering, because I saw that come up, a backlink is a link to your website on a different website, and the bigger, more popular the website, the stronger that SEO value is.
Right, and that's the whole basis of off-page SEO. I don't want to turn this into a whole SEO talk here, but there's two halves of SEO at large. One is on-page SEO, which is all the valuable content about your topic that's on your website, the keywords, all that stuff. And the other half is off-page SEO, and that is basically a popularity contest of how many backlinks are coming into your website. High value, high domain authority websites are going to have more valuable backlinks. But overall, the more backlinks you have to your website, the higher your SEO juice is going to be, the higher your domain authority rating is going to be, and the higher Google is going to show you as opposed to your competitors. So backlinks are wildly valuable.
Yeah. All right. Now I missed this because I was responding to somebody, but a few people asked this question. What is a clip and why only 1 second?
Great question. So if you're editing video, right, we're going to cut these things down. And I don't think I really have a time to show you an example, but I've got a food blogger who's one of my clients, and she will do 1 second of cracking the egg, 1 second of
Right.
stirring it around.
Quick cuts through the video.
Yeah, 1 second of opening the door to the refrigerator, 1 second of dumping this ingredient in, 1 second of her bringing it to the oven, right? We don't need a lot of time to get the message, right? We don't need to watch a whole half hour of that frittata baking. We just need to see 1 second of it going in, 1 second of the door closing, and 1 second of it coming out, right? The more you can convey your message in a shorter period of time. It doesn't have to be literally 1 second, but the truth is you could tell a whole story, a 30-part story in a 30-second video if you had 1 second clips, because everyone's brain processes it at that speed.
Right. All right. I'm going to cross off a bunch of questions that had to do with music copyrights because we answered that earlier. But someone says, how do you actually add the sound into the video?
So if you're using Canva, that will give you a palette of special effects that are in there that you can put in the timeline of the video any place you want. Basically, you're going to add these video sounds or effects. Canva or Splice will also give you the option to do a voiceover. You can add your voice over something. If you're not comfortable talking and shooting the video, you can shoot a video and then voiceover afterwards. You can provide some sound effects with video editing software. And of course, when it comes to the music or the song that we're picking to help this go viral, we're going to choose that within each platform, within the music options for YouTube Shorts.
Okay, and Jamie's asking, how do we find the trending songs?
So when you go in and you put your video in there, it's going to say right at the top, it's going to say music. And we're talking about YouTube Shorts specifically, right in the top center, right under the little bump of your iPhone here, it's going to say music and with a little musical note. And you want to make sure you click on that, and that's going to bring you into the menu that shows you all of the options, ones you've used, ones that are trending, other suggested ones, and pick those. So this will become more obvious once you do it and get in there and try to do one. And I really want to see everybody here try to create one simple 30 to 60 second video about their product. That's great homework for everyone to do.
Absolutely. I love that. All right. Mike has a bunch of TikTok videos. Can he use those on YouTube Shorts?
The short answer is yes, you can. You know what I'm saying? You have popular videos, you can put them out there. It's better to have, I always talk about when we're marketing in these platforms, I always talk about, I want all my clients, all my friends, all my customers to have at least a representative effort, okay? So what this means is if you're running a business, you're a photographer and if people go to search you on Instagram and you don't even have anything, well, you don't have representative effort there. You know what I'm saying? People are not going to trust you. And so you want to get to having representative effort on your YouTube channel initially by populating it with content that you've already created. So when people go to your channel, it actually looks like a real YouTube channel, not like something that isn't professionally done or well done or doesn't represent you well. So yes, you can use those, but it's even better to, if you're in the process of creating that, I would use an unbranded version of that video.
All right, let's see. Well, we only have 2 minutes left. So Marissa's question was, will you be showing us any basics on how to make an actual YouTube short? Not right now. We're at the end of this webinar.
Yeah. I could absolutely go on. And if people are interested in that, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to promise you, if you go to my website and you sign up and you get the, or you subscribe to our YouTube channel, or you go to my website, I will create a video within the next week that will be about how to use the specific editing platform that's available within YouTube Shorts. So you'll get that content if you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
All right. Is there a video editing function within the YouTube Shorts platform? You just answered it. Yes, there is.
Yes, there is, but it's just not as smooth as using the dedicated video app. So you can do that. And the drawback of using that specifically is that then you're going to create it within that, and the metadata from YouTube is going to be there. It won't do as well when you port it over to TikTok and Instagram Reels.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. All right, we talked about a bunch of these already. I'm just trying to find the most important questions here at this point. Talking about, do you recommend Video Leap? Have you heard of this app,
I have not used Video Leap, so I can't actually recommend it. But there are plenty of different options out there. I personally use and speak for Splice. I've checked out Power Director. I haven't used Video Leap, but you know, these ones that I'm talking about are currently on top of the heap, but there's always another competitor. Somebody is always looking to usurp whoever is disrupt the industry. So if it works for you, it works, you know?
Yeah. All right. So a couple related to fonts and formatting. First, what are the recommended fonts for the different apps?
Well, the
like
best
where
way,
do you find, how do you get them? Right.
Great question. The way to get that is to use the functionality within that, right? Each platforms, and this is really more about not cross-posting to other things, right? To the other platforms. If you go into YouTube, you're going to use the fonts that are available to you within YouTube. When you hit the little text, there's a little, it's like a little AA, right? You're going to use those fonts, right? But in the long run, you want to pick whichever font on that platform suits you best, and then have consistency of branding. Use that same font, or use whatever font is popular from other creators you see that goes really well from your research stage. So the fonts are specific to each platform. When you go in there and add text, you're going to use those fonts. And it's really about not cross-posting TikToks to Instagram and that, because people are going to notice it's going to look out of place on the other platform when the text is there. From
right.
TikTok font's going to look awkward on Instagram and vice versa.
All right. All right. We are going to wrap up here. We're 1 minute over. Sorry about that, folks. But we're so happy that you joined this one. We're going to put this video up tonight on our BNI Team USA YouTube channel, so you can watch it again and share it with your friends. And thank you, Andrew, for being on. Any final words before we sign off?
Thank you, Steve. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everyone here. I just want to give everybody here a big word of support. You guys can do it. Take the first step. The first step is the hardest step, but once you get over that, you're going to start to see your inner creator come out. You're going to see your business grow along with that. You can do it. Get in there, give it a shot, and the rewards there separate you from everyone else. So I want to see you guys. I'm going to be looking for you. Connect with me, subscribe to my page, leave a comment, and I'll subscribe to your channel so I can see your stuff. I can't wait to see the content that you guys create about your amazing businesses.
Yeah, absolutely. And follow Andrew on LinkedIn. Really great stuff you'll see up there as well. And subscribe to his YouTube channel. That would be fantastic. All right, Andrew, we'll see you again in January. Thanks for being on. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Oh, and everybody give yourselves a CEU. Forgot to throw that in. All right, we'll see you next time.